Alright folks, what is going on? I hope you are all doing well. It is bloody warm in here, partially because I just used my stove for my oven for like 40 minutes. So, yeah, of course it's gonna be pretty hot. I tried to let it cool off a little bit, but no dice. Anyway. Just to go ahead and get a little preamble set up. Today, I am playing ZA, but mostly just because I want something in the background to do while I'm talking about this. We're gonna be talking and covering pretty much everything that was in the State of Play today, as well as the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase that I didn't actually get to talk about because I went on a preamble about... or not even a preamble, it was more like just a fucking speech on why Wild is pissing me off. And I'm still trying to get a couple of things in this game, primarily the Gimme Ghoul fucking 5-star zone that apparently is just gonna take me all of eternity to get. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just do this while I'm talking about it. Peters, how you guys doing? Before we get too into it, first off, what did you guys think of it? We're gonna go over basically a game-by-game basis, based on... I have 2 tabs open. I have this from Games Radar, which I can't even believe I'm using in this day and age. In 2026, I'm using Games Radar to go over the State of Play. And then I'm using the official Nintendo page for the Direct from last week. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and go over things. They're not exactly in order. Nice, two Yamask. They're not exactly in order, but I'm just gonna kind of go down their list just for the ease of it. And yeah, while I do this, I'm just gonna be trying to get points to get another fucking scan. I hate having to do this. This is the most frustrating part of the DLCs, honestly, is this disaster of a fucking cycling that they make us do. Also, I just made a bunch of crappy donuts that I'm just gonna use. I talked about this before when I was playing this game, but anyway. Castlevania, yeah, Ren. I'm not a huge fan. I'll talk about it a little bit more when I get to it. I'm not a huge fan of the art style of it, admittedly. But that's kind of just a me thing, really, and I recognize that. Piles of sludge will be nice if I can find those. And before I start going into it, I'm just gonna give it another second, make sure people show up. So, hold your horses, folks, and we'll get there. Where's all my fucking Pokeballs at? I will say, I alluded to it in the tweet. I'm pretty happy with the State of Play. I feel like the State of Play was really good. Overall, I give it like a good B+. Genuinely. The Direct last week, not super big on. By the way, let me know how the audio is. This is just some atmospheric drum and bass PS1 styled thing that I just threw on. I figured that would be cool to have on in the background. Maybe I should go for 3 stars. 3 stars are going to be a little bit easier to autopilot than 4 stars. Alright, let's go over the state of play first. Again, this is going off of the... this is going off the Games Radar page. I'll go ahead and link it so you guys can follow along exactly with how I'm reading it. I'm specifically going off of the first the highlights numerically and then the everything else. So the biggest, unsurprisingly, the biggest news from the state of play is the 2D God of War game, because it's God of War, which is the only franchise that I'm pretty sure Sony has consistently backed since time immemorial. Everything else that Sony's owned has just fallen to the wayside in the past decade. It's all God of War at this point. It does look really cool. I think it looks solid. The rotoscoping on everything that they showed in the trailer looked insanely good. I just feel like it looked great. Oh, I'm gonna try to catch this thing, I guess. Why the hell not? Never mind. Eat my shorts. But yeah, no, it looked really good. I'm not a very big God of War fan. Spoiler alert, I've never actually played the freaking franchise. So, you know, I don't know if I would actually like it or not. But that game just looked like great. So there was also a rumor of it potentially coming to Switch. I don't know if I buy that. But it wouldn't surprise me if it ends up being on PC, because a lot of Sony's stuff has been appearing on PC more and more lately, and I guess I'm pretty cool with that personally. Yeah, right? Like, we're lucky to get like a Ratchet & Clank game per generation, I feel like, at this point. I will always say, what the fuck, Ape Escape? And, you know, some other stuff. But I try not to be bitter about it. I was talking with a friend about it before or rather after the state of play. And honestly, I mean, I'm still in the camp of exclusives are what's gonna sell me on stuff, you know? That's just the long and short of it. Like, as much as I enjoy... I'm gonna turn this down a bit more. As much as I enjoy, you know, having a PlayStation console for the games outside of Sony first-party games, I don't really have a reason to get that when I have a PC, you know? I don't know about that, Pichu. I feel like God of War has pretty consistently maintained its status as the golden child. Especially because... Actually, no, that's not true. God of War Ragnarok is on Steam, isn't it? But to counterpoint, all of Horizon is on Steam at this point, I think. And even that Lego game is on Nintendo Switch even. So I feel like they're a little bit more protective of God of War, even though they are kind of letting it test the waters. To that point, I think it's also the next bullet point. Yeah, the God of War trilogy remake. I'm curious about that. They sure as hell didn't show anything about that, but I didn't even realize it was the 20th anniversary of the series. First off, that makes me feel old as fuck, because I remember people in 2006, so I must have been... No, because God of War... Did God of War 1 really come out in 2006? God damn. No, it must have been 2005, and then the year... Oh, yeah, I'm stupid, never mind. So yeah, I guess it would have come out 2005. I remember being in gym class in elementary school, and kids were talking to me about it, which, you know, in hindsight, why were kids in elementary school playing God of War? But that's an issue that still plagues society to this day and age. But yeah, no, damn, it's crazy to believe that it's 20 years old. I'm curious about the remakes. Like I said, I haven't played any of the games. I'm not a fan of it necessarily. I've always had interest in it, but for me personally, a lot of things revolving around mythology of any kind, I just don't really care about. Whether it's Greek or Norse or fucking whatever. What can I say? I'm not a thespian. Apparently that's a common thing for theater kids to just love that kind of shit. But, yeah, it just wasn't my thing. What can I say? Oh yeah, I kind of remember that. A lot of VR stuff I forget about entirely because I have negative interests in VR, but I did kind of forget about that entirely, so you know what? Counterpoint Pichu. Oh, I didn't realize you were Vietnamese. Okay. I didn't know exactly what Asian background you had, but I didn't know it was Vietnamese. That's cool. Yeah, I am surprised that they didn't show anything about the God of War trilogy remake. It's kind of just a last-ditch, hey, we didn't forget. We're just working on it for its anniversary. The John Wick game, actually, for my birthday last Saturday, I did kind of watch half of like John Wick. I think it was 4 or something. I don't know. Just because it's what my dad had on in the house when I was over there. So that was my first real exposure to John Wick. It's fun. It's just action-y, Keanu Reeves action. What the fuck is this? Maybe Glamora? I actually need to look this up because I actually don't know. I think it's Glamora. Oh no, it's Altaria. Okay, that's just as crap. I know, dude. It was nothing but cinematics. That's all it was. It was just video game cinematics. Which, I guess it kind of tracks, honestly. But I am curious about it, just because I happened to see my first taste of John Wick 6 days ago. 5 days ago. Marathon is getting... Oh, yeah, Marathon is Bungie's new game, right? They really just are sticking with the Space Marine shooter, huh? They got nothing else going on other than Space Marine shoot. I mean, good on them. Like, they know what they're doing best, but, like... You guys want to try something different? This is stupid. It goes deeper and worse than I think. I don't know a thing about it. In fact, I don't really care about Bungie as a company, quite frankly. Especially given that, I know multiple people that play the hell out of Destiny, and they just are so screwed with that game. Like, I mean, of course, Halo was amazing, but modern Bungie, I just don't think I have any remote care for. Assets were just wholesale stolen from an artist who settled out of court for it. Wow! Oh, dude. I don't think he should have settled out of court. I think that was a mistake on that guy. I mean, it would have been hell to keep fighting Bungie in court, but I think it really would have paid off. That being said, you know, he probably still got a decent settlement. That is unfortunate, though. Yeah, so Bungie sucks. Got it. Just entirely. God damn it. I'm not even gonna bother doing that. We're just gonna go sit at a bench and get some better... better zones. Yeah, especially right now. Like, Arc Raiders is the big game in that genre right now, and I don't know. Totes loves that game. Totes loves Arc Raiders. For me personally, I don't think I would really get... What the fuck is this? How do I even get to you? Oh, I know. Like, if it were a looter shooter, I could sort of get it, but extraction shooters as a whole, I don't care that much about. I have Helldivers as my extraction shooter, and that's the farthest I'm gonna get with that. And I have a lot of fun playing Helldivers still. I definitely do, but... Fennekin check? Nope. Oh yeah, they've been real bad. I just didn't realize that Bungie was, you know, actually getting that abhorred. Now we know, though. Do I have a dark resist? That is a very anti-T-Tar donut. Anyway, yeah, Marathon I don't really care about, even with its free weekend coming up soon or whatever. Next, Castlevania. I mean, people in the chat, how do we feel about Castlevania? Now is when I'll talk about how I feel about the visuals. The visuals I don't like very much. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Oh yeah, this is gonna suck because this is neutral to Tyranitar, huh? I didn't think about that. Yeah, the visuals, the presentation, I'm not a big fan of. Why is this so fucking loud? Holy shit. Yeah, the visuals, I'm just not a big fan of. The presentation, I'm not really super sold on it. I, of course, have interest in it because it's Castlevania, and that's going to be hella cool. Also, the fact that the protagonist is not necessarily a Belmont, is that right? Or maybe it's like maybe it's like Trevor's, cool. Maybe it's like Trevor's like granddaughter or something. He seemed quite old. I saw somebody say that it might be Sonia Belmont, but as I recall, that's not what she looks like, right? Although, is she the one that didn't have a serialized, like a proper serialization of character? She was only in the, she was only in the written work, I believe. Is that right? I can't remember. Admittedly, I have a hard time keeping them all straight. Oh, shit. This isn't going well, by the way. Spoiler alert there. This is going really crappy. Okay, we're just gonna try that again. Nice. Could be a protege. Okay, so we're not fully certain on that. But yeah, I have high hopes for it. It is also multi-plat. I also wanted to say, as far as the games we talked so far, does anybody know if they're multi-plat? Castlevania, I know is. I haven't gotten to it yet, but Rayman and Metal Gear are as well. But I don't know what else is. I doubt the God of War game is, which sucks a little bit because I don't think it's on PS4, but I would like to at least give that a try because I do enjoy good 2D game, as you may know. Okay, I will use, this seems pretty good. Okay, I see. Wait, was she in the really bad Game Boy game? Like that really bad one that is like mediocre at best? I think it's in the Castlevania Anniversary Collection or something like that. I shouldn't have done that. Whatever. Dude, this sucks if you can't get super effective hits on. Okay, we're getting somewhere at least with this fight. Who would have thought? Better levels and getting an attack power makes this way better. Uh-oh. Fucking A, dude! Oh my god, I died. I haven't died in a Rogue Mega Battle since I fucking streamed this game's story. Oh, you know what? I think what I played was The Adventure. I think that's what it was. Anyway, enough about Castlevania for a bit. They opened with Kaina, the sequel to Bridge of Spirits. I had interest in Kaina from pretty much the get-go. Also, fuck this, I'm just gonna cycle it. I had interest in Kaina, yeah, pretty much from the moment I saw it forever ago. I actually did end up getting it from a friend, and I haven't played it yet, but it is on my hit list. I heard it was pretty short. I heard it's like a, what, 10-15 hour adventure or something like that, so might be a good solo game. I don't know if I would end up streaming it per se. But to see it get expanded on and to see that it did it so well as to get expanded on makes me pretty happy. I'm glad that they kind of are celebrating it and deciding to keep going forward with it, because I mean, you know, it's not like Sony's using the rest of their back catalog of IP or anything, right? They don't have any of those. No siree. What's a jack? Never heard of it. Looks good though. Not much to say about it, but it's interesting. Oh yeah, Ghost of Yote gets a free DLC, was that right? It's free? And that looks interesting. I don't have much stake in Ghost of Yote because I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima yet, and I really wanted to. I have it, I just haven't played it yet. But that was neat. Whoops. Larksine, welcome in. Yeah, you just missed me fail to defeat it twice, so I said fuck it, and I'm gonna cycle it. There's a cheese strat you can do to do what is basically these post-game cycling missions, or post-game hyperspace missions, and doing the mega battles a bunch. Are you fucking serious? Alright, fine. One time for the one time. For the YouTube viewers. That's insane. I'm pretty sure you can pull from every mega too, so the fact that that happened like that. Saros, new gameplay, right. Saros, what is the name of the game that came before Saros? I can't remember. Returnal. Toads played Returnal, and he said that he really liked it. From what I've seen of Returnal, I really want to play it. I didn't even know it was on Steam until, recently, actually. So I would like to pick that up for a decent discount at some point. I don't know, like for me personally, I don't really need Saros right now, but I am interested in seeing what it becomes. Yo, can I get a crit, please? There we go. Okay, this isn't necessarily bad. That's not magnitude or earthquake. Never mind. Okay, good. This is gonna be obnoxious because I have to keep trying to farm up Rage Fist stacks, but also not get as much Mega Power as I want. Bloody hell. Took forever to pause on that. My thoughts on the Final Fantasy VII Part 3 trailer? Oh yeah, it would have been great if it existed. I'm sure we're all... we all saw that trailer, right? For Final Fantasy VII Part 3? The one that they totally revealed. No. Anyway. Coming up next, let's see. Rayman. Yes, I wanted to talk Rayman because Rayman is huge. Rayman 1 I really like actually a lot. I think it's an amazing platformer. It's got great visual and art style. The only thing I really don't like about Rayman 1 is the screen crunch. It's definitely got a bit of that going on. But it's really cool that they are kind of including... Excuse me. They're including every version, I think. Almost every version. That's release of the game, which I think the only ones they're not really doing are like there's a DSi release of Rayman that I had. I think that's just the Game Boy Advance version ported. If anybody has any more information on that, you know, sound off. But it looks like it's gonna be good. So if you don't know this about me, I love museum-style compilations like this. You know, obviously, like, Namco Museum is probably the most notable example, right? But, oh, Bayleaf is here. Cool. But plenty of other game compilations like that where not only is it just a compilation of a bunch of games in a franchise, but they do things like have concept art, maybe they have a jukebox, whatever. Interesting, though, is I really, really liked how this and the Legacy of Kain, the next Legacy of Kain remaster, also have playable prototypes and demos of what came before or after, because that is something that I always have interest in. I mean, how many times have I put up like Hard for Games or something in Hyper Beam? I absolutely love beta prototype stuff. And so I'm really looking forward to Rayman a lot for that. It even has his old design with the red torso instead of the purple. Just overall, yeah, I'm excited for it. I will be waiting until the physical comes out in, what, June? I believe is what they said. Where them sparkles at? Where the sparkles at? Where's the last sparkle at? Hello? So yeah, I'm really excited for Rayman personally. As I said before, that is also multi-platform. I am really looking forward to getting that for the Switch. Can't wait to get the physical cartridge for it. There it is. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm not gonna stream it, but I definitely will get it for myself. I'll say that much, or I'll hope to anyway. Anyway, shiny chikorita check. Let's see what's next. Oh, the 007 game. I have nothing to say about that at all. I have zero interest. Death Stranding 2. Why was it that a Death Stranding 2 PC release was featured in the State of Play? I thought that was really bizarre when I was watching it. Like, that just seemed so strange to do that. Not that it's releasing on PC, specifically the fact that they announced it for PC in the State of Play. That seemed weird to me. Yes, and the Legacy of Kain remaster, as I was talking about earlier. Legacy of Kain, I've talked about this a couple times, but I grew up with Blood Omen 2 on... actually, we're gonna take a quick dive in here just to see if I can get any cool Pokeball breaks. Yeah, sure, why not? Give me a little bit more time in here. Oh god, it's in here? Fuck that! Well, this isn't gonna go well. For me, it's just kind of hard to care about because it's another licensed IP. I mean, most of us... Oh, there goes Dragonite. I don't think it's too much of a stretch to say that, like, licensed IP, when we were younger, just, the games were okay at best. Some of them were awesome. Like, I mean, Battle for Bikini Bottom is one that most people would say holds up pretty well as just another, you know, mascot platformer. Oh, fucking A. Dude, I hate the 5-star battle zones. They are so trash. Cool. Alright, I chose poorly. I mean, also for me personally, I just have no interest in 007. Like, at all. That's a me thing. But yeah, if it's good, great. If it's not, I don't care at all. It'd be cool to battle that guy. I'm not about to, but it'd be cool. What else do we have here? Yeah, Legacy of Kain. So I have Blood Omen 2 on PS2. I grew up with that, actually. And that's super fun. Like, really, really fun. The atmosphere of the game is amazing. Okay, good. The atmosphere of the game is great. Oh, God. How the hell did that happen? Alright, well, I got everything I wanted out of this. Cool. Anyway, they're good games. They're tough games, too. And the rest of the Legacy of Kain series I've wanted to get into, so another remake, or rather remaster, that also includes a beta or prototype for a game that never came out. That's right up my alley, genuinely. Looking forward to that quite a bit. How far along am I? 12? Oh yeah, Metal Gear. What do you guys think about Metal Gear Solid 4 finally escaping PS3 prison? And it is also multi-plat. With the inclusion of Ghost Babel, it said that was a bonus of some kind, but I don't know how Ghost Babel was a bonus. Did anybody catch that? I hope it's not something as obnoxious as like a pre-order bonus and it's just some unlockable or something. But they specifically only highlighted MGS4 and Peace Walker. Which is interesting, but... yeah, no, cool stuff. Yeah, we're in a big era of PS2 and 3 remasters. Like, it's finally kind of starting to cascade down, and I appreciate that a lot. There's no way I'm breaking all of these Pokeballs. What the fuck, dude? Can I get some Pokeballs to break? Hello? Cool, alright. Are there any Pokeballs? Get me out of here. The MGS collections let you buy games individually. Okay, I didn't know that. That's cool. That makes sense. It's cool to see, though. That was a cool bonus they didn't really need to tack on, and I'm personally pretty glad they did it. I, of course, am also interested to see how it performs on Switch 2 more than Switch, but I am morbidly curious to see what it's going to look like on Switch. As an aside, jumping a little bit further when I talk about the Nintendo Direct from last week, I saw that the Switch 2 version of 7 Rebirth, the download size is like 107 gigs. Like, how are you supposed to even get that going, dude? That is absolutely just ridiculous. I guess it's better than a cloud version, you know? Like, it's better than Kingdom Hearts got. I'll say that. But man, is that comical. Catch Pidgey? Okay, I guess I'll catch Pidgey. And then the last of the highlights on Games Radar is Beast of Reincarnation, which I don't really have much to say about it, honestly. Like, I'm not chomping at the bit for it. It looks fine. It doesn't look amazing. I kind of like what the wolf companion is doing. I think it looks pretty cool with the floral like tail thing they got going on. I don't know what they're going on with that, but it looks cool. I will say that. The gameplay looks a little bit lacking on Beast of Reincarnation, which doesn't surprise me because it's Game Freak. I mean, like, they showed all of the combat when the player character was playing defense. It looked like they were just holding guard the entire time and they were just parrying everything. So I don't know what... I don't know how to feel about that. Would you believe the 7 Rebirth Switch 2 port runs a lot better and has a smaller file size than playing the game on Steam Deck? Yeah, actually, I kind of do. It's sad, because I really feel like it's just highlighting the whole optimization thing that the entire industry has been lacking on forever. But yeah, that's not super surprising, actually. I mean, I know how much content is in Rebirth as well, so like there's a lot going on. A lot going on in that game. So the gigantic file size, I understand, but yeah, it's kind of that sentiment that somebody shared forever ago where everybody wanting to put their stuff on Switch and Switch 2 is forcing some optimization. And also now with RAM prices being as they are, that's gonna also impact stuff that way too, so who knows? Maybe things will actually start looking up for the gaming industry. Get me out of here. More likely mashing guard Sekiro style. I haven't played either, I haven't played that game either, so I don't really know how parrying works, but yeah, I don't know. The gameplay just looked a little off-putting to me. And I mean, you know, I love action RPGs. Genuinely, but it feels off. I am still interested in it. I'm definitely not gonna... It's a PS5 exclusive, right? PS5 PC, it's not on PS4. So, I obviously can't get the console version because I don't have a PS5. But if it's on PC, then I would like to check it out at least. I'm over 15k. Whoopee! Alright, let's go do another mega battle. Let's see. Control Resonant, I don't really have anything to say about. Pragmata release date announced for April 24th. I've said multiple times I'm excited for that game. I haven't played the demo yet. I would like to. I might try the demo both on PC and Switch 2. Mostly just because I need a reason to say that I have a Switch 2 again. I'm not even really lying. I'm not gonna lie. Over here? Okay, this is a portal I don't frequent often. What am I using for mobile? Mobile is an easy mega for the most part, so I can probably do attack power 3, move power ghost 1. You know what? Why not? Yeah, Pragmata. I mean, I even went so far as to pre-order the amiibo for it. I am very, very excited for Pragmata. RE9, showed more RE9. Capcom is just shilling that game at every presentation they can. Same with Pragmata, which, quite frankly, good on them. But I don't really have much to say about RE9, so... sorry. If I had Totes here... Dude, if I had Totes here to talk about RE9, I would love that. Genuinely, actually. That would make me very happy. But, I mean... hard to talk about a game series you don't know a ton about. You know what I mean? Well, that's all I can do. I've done this fight enough times to know that I can't leave Annihilate out. It really does, and because that's been a trend for so long, I have to hold Beast of Reincarnation to a higher standard because there's already so much competition. I mean, like, what was it? Was it last year or the year before where there was a State of Play and it was nothing but a bunch of fucking Sekiro clones? Like the action RPG, or action with RPG-like elements, I guess, genre really needs to be kind of innovated on to a degree. Because they all look relatively similar. They all play relatively similar. They can't rest on Pokemon's laurels and just have minimal competition for this. Even though they are showing it off at basically every major gaming event, I think. I mean, like, it's doing enough to drum up interest in it, but I do just genuinely hope that the gameplay looks better than what I've seen. And surveys another fucking battle zone. Are you serious? I hate this. Dude, this DLC I really liked at first, and the more I've played it, the more I've hated it. Getting these hyperspace pockets is torturous. I don't think there's a better word other than torturous. I'm not gonna do the Pokeball one. That's garbage. Or whatever. Benny, how you doing, dude? Benny, what did you think of the State of Play? We're mostly done talking about it. There's still a few things to touch on, but we're like 60% of the way through talking about it as a whole. That's a new one. Really didn't think much of it at all, like most State of Plays. I thought it was really good, actually. I'm not normally interested in the State of Plays because they oftentimes kind of blow, but this one I genuinely really liked. How am I supposed to... Damn it. Okay, I don't know where I'm getting verticality here. This place sucks. No, not here either. What? Dude, how do I get up? Oh, there goes Dragonite. Oh yeah, here's something I don't care about at all. For loop. I have nothing really to say about for loop, honestly. I actually forgot it was by the guy that made Left 4 Dead until I read this snippet, so that's neat. Oh yeah, the X-Men and Marvel Tokon. Oh, this is how I get up. Okay, here, we're gonna try that again. Actually, no, it probably just saved, didn't it? Oh well. I got a strat. Check this out. We're gonna maximize all the Pokeballs I get out of this. Why did it put me at this? Oh, because I didn't talk to the nurse, probably. Yeah, the X-Men looked pretty good in Tokon. As in fact, they kind of slightly invigorated my interest in the game. Which, I mean, I don't have a ton of because, like, I have enough fighting games, you know? I have enough fighting games that I haven't played and that I've wanted to play that I don't need to tack on another one, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure most people in the chat will know exactly what I mean. No, there's a collector? That's sad. Those are the guys that give the ultra rare balls, but not today. Not doing that this time. Those guys give the apricorn balls too. Sad. Great, alright. I need to get away from this guy. I'm not out of the battle yet? Fuck off, dude! Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, right, Pichu? I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be that great. I like the idea of what they're doing, I just don't think they're gonna be able to pull it off even remotely. Alright, I'm gonna use this lady to try and get the Pokeball over here. Okay, that guy didn't spawn in. That's actually really good for me. Oh, there they are. No, dude. Oh, that's so obnoxious. Just hit the Pokeball, dude. Thank you. I'm not a huge knower. That's not even a good term. I'm not very knowledgeable about Marvel as a whole. I mean, like, most of my exposure to anything Marvel has been the movies that they made when I was growing up. And, like, I remember seeing, there were 3 X-Men films, right? I saw 2 of them. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, of course. And some other stuff, but for the most part, Marvel I just don't really know about. Suffice to say, 2 out of 4 of the characters they showed I knew nothing about. Although Magic is pretty cool. She's kind of awesome. You've got to be fucking pulling my leg. Get me out of here. I don't really have much to say about Control. It's interesting. I know it has a pretty strong cult following, but I definitely don't know a damn thing about it. Yeah, so does she have the robot does like is that an actual character aside from the room, or did they just make the room a character? Like, I don't even know how to interpret Danger as. It's just the outsider looking in. I got no info. You know what I mean? Can I stop getting these fucking candies, please? What? That's nutty. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Just stay on the ball, please. Thank you. I am surprised I haven't found a shiny this stream. To be honest. Alright, I'm not gonna catch the species, I'm just gonna leave. But yeah, the game looks good. Big Walk. They showed off Big Walk again. I have interest in Big Walk because the way they're portraying it looks really fun. But I don't think I'll have 4 or 6 or however many people they want me to have for that game, so I just am kind of writing it off. It might be something cool. I don't know if any of the TPP homies are listening or are gonna watch back or whatever, but I have the feeling I might be playing it with them at some point because there's a few different games that we have in that same vein, and we all just kind of cycle through them, but that could be fun. The PS Classics. I have one quick question about PS Classics. Anybody that knows, are PS Classics strictly for if you have PS Plus, just like how the NSO games are? Because if so, that sucks. But I totally get it. It's just that PS Plus is way more expensive. Was there not a Pokeball up here? I guess not. I'm so lucky that actually connected. I knew there was going to be an Alpha Banette. The entire time I was thinking, gee, what if I get an Alpha Banette? I still haven't gone through my boxes in this game. Uh-oh. Okay, cool. There it is. Have no interest in co-op games like that after a week of them. I can understand that. I think it might have that appeal, Pichu, because it's taking a different approach to that kind of game that the others aren't, and they're really making it seem like a more cozy, like adventure-y time, rather than, you know, trying to surmount X challenge or whatever, or trying to go for the hype factor. I think that they definitely found a way to approach a game like that. And I think that it'll definitely have a niche, but I don't think it's going to be quite as successful. Partially because of the price. I mean, I don't think they've announced the price, but it's been shown off multiple times, and if it's on something as big as, you know, a state of play, it's probably going to be a decently priced game, which, I mean, peak was what, like $7? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought, damn. Do you replay Strangers of Paradise or play Valkyria Chronicles for your next big game? Play Valkyria Chronicles. Replaying games is fun, but trying out new stuff is more fun. I've been meaning to play the Strangers of Paradise DLC, but I don't have it yet. Ooh, Dragonite's not a fun one. Oh, the music stopped. I just realized. Oh yeah, the new Konami RPG. Speaking of, by the way, Konami's presence, they came out swinging, dude. After what, over a decade of them kind of just languishing as a game developer, they said, hey, we actually have games. That was crazy, dude. They came out in full force. Yeah, I've got a friend actually that wants to do them with me, but I don't know if we need a third. So it's all just challenge run stuff. Interesting. Did... Okay, it did connect. That was scary. God damn, Dragonite got nuked. I mean, I know I was using a way higher level donut, but Jesus. Those rage stacks really built up. I'm interested. As far as that game, which was what I was going to talk about next, I'm interested in the game. I don't have much to say because, well, they didn't show off that much about it. But, I'm curious to see more, I think is the best way I can put it. Dude, come on, Dragonite. What are you doing? Fucking A! Actually, you know what? Of course. As if I expected anything else. This fucking game, man. No, I mean, you're all pretty much exactly right. I just think it's fascinating that they came back and were like, hey, yeah, we're a game company. Remember when we used to do that? Yeah, let's lean back into that. They're coming out of their niche of Yu-Gi-Oh! And pachinko machines. Okay, let's see if I can get these. Never mind. But yeah, no, the RPG was interesting. I have interest in it. That's the best I can say about it. Silent Hill, I don't have anything to say about Silent Hill, so I'm not going to say anything about it. That's just the long and short of that, because I'm not a Silent Hill fan. Oh, you know what? Actually, looking at the list, I am interested in something of Konami's. Darwin's Paradox? Dude, I'm psyched for that game. That game is multiplat. I can't wait for it to come out. It has a demo coming out on, I think it's just Switch, not Switch 2. But it has the demo coming out on Switch tomorrow, I read. So I might be streaming that. Yeah, fun, goofy little game there. Star Wars Galactic Racer. I don't have much to say about that. I think it's cool that they're making another Star Wars racing game, because I really do feel like the only time they really went in was, excuse me, was for Pod Racer in the 64 era. What's next? Project Windless? Yeah, where you play as the big fucking chicken. I don't know what the story is with that game, but that game actually looked sick as fuck. Something that's actually not on here, now that I'm looking at it, I was wondering if this list would be missing stuff, and it is. The game that I'm looking forward to the most, that I don't know if it's multiplat, and if somebody knows, please tell me, or if somebody can look it up. I am really, really, really looking forward to Crimson Moon. That game that, like, really made itself look like Doom. And was super gory, and you were, like, the knight just fucking shredding shit. Dude, that game looked so tough. If anybody knows if that's going to be on PC, please let me know. Because I don't want to buy a PS5 for it, but... I mean, shit, I might. That game looks so awesome. Yeah, it goes to show that, even a website like Games Radar, like I said, why am I using this in 2026? Didn't actually write everything down. So there's probably a couple things that I'll end up missing in this discussion. But yeah, dude, Crimson Moon, oh my god, dude. I gotta play that game. I gotta play that game bad. Of course. Yeah, dude, no, it looks awesome. I wanted to text Totes, actually. I gotta see if he's as psyched for that game as I am. But yeah, if anybody can find info on that and tell me if it's multiplat, I gotta know. I gotta know bad. That game, I've got a serious want. And then the last stuff on here, as far as this list goes, is the Dead or Alive stuff. Pretty cool. I'm hoping that Dead or Alive 6 is on PC as well. The demo as well, because they said that they were releasing... Excuse me. They said that some section of it was going to be free to play or something. And DOA, I would love to just play a little bit. Not take it seriously, but just like start it up, have a couple matches, have fun with it, and call it good. Because Dead or Alive is fun. Don't think that's a hot take. Love that sound effect. Could I actually get all the sparkling items for this? If I can, then I don't. Yes, okay, cool. I do not have to go into another fucking hole for this. By the way, this is why I don't have my Pokedex finished in this game. This fucking sucks. I really want to keep the Gimme Ghoul that you get gifted as a Gimme Ghoul and transfer it. But I just can't get it. I can't get the Gimme Ghoul space to complete that side quest. I don't know how to tell you this, Bene, but Dead or Alive Extreme is definitely not a traditional Dead or Alive game. I mean, it has traditional aspects. I'll say that. Crimson Moon has a Steam page. Oh, dude, hold up. I actually, speaking of Steam, I just downloaded the demo for a game called Bobo Bay. I just found this earlier today. It's apparently a Chow-like, which I'm interested in. A lot of games with the name Crimson Moon, huh? Dude, this game looks so tough. I can't wait. Oh my god. Thank you for the info. It has a Steam page. I am psyched for that game. Oh god. Fuck! Why can't I just get the Gimme Ghoul? That is a hyperspace hole I wanted, because I have this donut to try and get me some shiny Alpha Amora and Aurorus, but I don't want to do that right now, so I'm just going to build up 25k and do something else. I don't know. Anyway, though, that seems to be pretty much the end of the state of play. Also, yeah, are you guys seeing how fucking awful it is to do this? I hate doing this. This is why this DLC sucks. It's fine up until this point, and then you start needing to get specific things, and it's like, just kill me already. So this is a second shot at it, basically. I wonder how good it'll be. If it is free, though, I think we'll, or not free, but if it has that free little trial period or whatever, we do check it out. Yeah, before we swap to the direct, does anybody else, any final notes on the state of play? Good, close to hour and a half discussion, honestly. I had a lot to say about it. I genuinely did like the state of play. Get me out of here. I missed the Pokeball. Yeah, with how standard rollback is now, with how necessary it is for a good competitive environment, you kinda gotta have it. Okay, so this will be coming off of the official Nintendo page for the Direct, so they should have everything. Maybe they won't, I don't know. But I'm gonna go on the assumption that they probably do. So we'll go from the top of this and just kind of go down. Also, the state of play was like 75 minutes. This was like 35 minutes, so there's going to be less to talk about, of course. The first one on Nintendo's side, I'm actually most curious about this. Or most excited, I should say. Not curious. Is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Not only coming to the Switch, but coming practically complete on cartridge. Sorry to the Polish that, you know, they had to get their language version cut. It's a DLC. Like it's just downloadable. But I mean, like seriously, that game is getting a physical release on Switch too. That's insane. I really wanted that game too, so maybe I'll pick up this version just to have. Because I heard it was amazing. I love the indie movies. I don't know if I've talked about them much at all. But yeah, the Indiana Jones movies I genuinely really like. They're great. Harrison Ford in general, I just really like as an actor, so. The game's only physical release coming to Switch though. How about that? Fallout 4, I don't really have anything to say about. Bethesda games in general, especially as far as Fallout and Elder Scrolls go, it's just better. It's just gonna be more fun with mods, you know. Having the mod workshop is what makes those games so fun, you know. So. Well, I mean, that's not true. The games are really fun just in general. That's discrediting them. But, what makes those games so enticing to go back to it over and over are the mods. Oblivion Remastered, I also have nothing to say about, and I will say the exact same thing I just said. Oh, I need to catch 2 Klefki? Fuck! I didn't see that. I thought it was 1. Yeah. Yeah, Todd Howard showing up as the last announcements. God, that was so fucking funny. Oh man, just thinking about that is hilarious. Oh, did you watch Crystal Skull as your first indie movie? Dude, that sucks. Like, that is genuinely sad. The other movie, dude, like Raiders is one of those like generational films. It's so good. Yeah, I remember that actually. Whatever. I need to go through my boxes in this game so bad. I really don't want to. Hey, Prince Roy, how goes it? Yeah, I mean, I've beaten the game fully. I just don't have the Pokédex completed. I mean, specifically, the entire point of me playing this game in the background while I've been going over the state of play in Nintendo Direct has been to try and get a Gimme Ghoul Zone because I can't get a Gimme Ghoul Zone. And it's driving me crazy. So if you have a Gimme Ghoul, please, trade me now. I am literally just missing Goldango, my Lotic, and Armarouge as my only dex entries. You just gave a shiny one away? I don't even want a shiny one. I just need a normal Goldengo. So if you would like to trade just so I can have the page, I will give it back. I don't care about actually having it. Dude, oh my god. Do I have? Yeah, I have max coins. If you want, you can trade it to me. I'll evolve it. And I'll trade it back. As an aside, do you have a Feebas that needs to evolve into my low tick? Because I need that too, actually. Although that'll be a lot easier. I can just go catch a Feebas in a second. Wow, what the hell is going on up here? Use Earthquake, man! Jesus Christ! Fucking hell! No Feebas? Okay, I can just go catch one real quick. Hey Bella, what's up? You ready to go out? Nice, what you doing? Get me out of here, I'm done. Let's see. What else? As I get ready to go find a Feebas real quick. Tokyo Scramble. It's interesting. I don't have a ton of interest in it, but it... Oh, it has game share, actually. That's cool. I didn't know it had game share, so that's a point to it for sure. Resident Evil, we already talked about. I have nothing to say about it. Pragmata, I already talked about. I want to get a shiny Feebas from here. I think that'd be cool. It bugs me that Milotic is the only Pokemon in this game that you can't get by yourself. Okay, hold up. Whoops. Turok. I haven't talked about Turok yet, but I am interested in the new Turok. I'm just kind of going down this list on Nintendo's website. Okay. Yeah, right? I feel like Nintendo themselves weren't really ready for the Switch 2 launch, and they've kind of been relying on their partners to shore up some of the want to use the Switch 2's features. Royce, they are cool. Yeah, Kyoto Xanadu, I haven't gotten to that yet. I think that was next on the list somewhere. Oh yeah, it's a little bit down, but yeah, no, damn, level 100 shiny. Okay, word, I got you. But yeah, Kyoto Xanadu looks awesome. That game had some real cool visual appeal to it. Fascinating that my first Goldango in this game is going to be shiny. That's hilarious. Speaking of, for any Pogo players, you'll be able to get shiny roaming form Gimmighoul shortly here. I think next week? Okay, how to do this. Damn, you EV'd this thing too, solid. Traditionally with a power lens. Alright, not that you can tell, but that's a shiny Goldango. Oh, that's how you're doing it. All hyper trained? Wow, you got it modest too. That's cool, actually. That is really cool. Good on you. Wait. Goldango registered. There we go. You don't often get to get the registered tag when you get a shiny. Alright. Pre-Valentine's party. Actually, interestingly enough, my apartments are hosting a little... Oh, whoops, I forgot to put it... Whatever, that's good. Yeah, they're hosting a little ramen party tomorrow. I don't really know why. But, oh, that's not the guy. I'm glad I looked. Okay, we're gonna need a better code. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna host the code, and I'll leave it on screen for a second. We're gonna do, 420, 78969. There you go. How about that? Okay, oh, Orbitals. Just continuing to go down the list here. Orbitals looks fun. It is by, what the fuck? Joseph Ferris? It is by Joseph Ferris, and is another one of his, multiple now lauded co-op games. It looks cool. It looks really neat, actually. I'm interested in it. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, already talked about that. Kyoto Xanadu. Grand Blue Relink is getting DLC, which is really cool. I'm actually really interested in that, partially because they're adding Beatrix, and also because I just haven't finished Relink. Alright, there we go. Thanks for the help, dude. Appreciate it. Do I need any shiny moms? Yeah, I need that shiny mother real bad, let me tell ya. No, I'm good though. Anything else I'm pretty content with getting myself. Oh fuck, I just realized! I needed that Goldango so I could finish the quest too! Damn it! Crap. Shit. Can we do another trade real quick? Actually, no. Doesn't he ask for it back? Never mind then. Never mind. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'll get a Goldango for my own another time. Oh, that's so obnoxious. Well. Yeah, he wants it back, but you can deny it, can't you? Dude, oh my god, I hate this game. Just give me a freaking Gimme Ghoul hyperspace zone. What the hell? Alright, whatever. Anyway, yeah, Relink, DLC, yeah, cool. I'm so annoyed. What's next? Paranormosite? I kind of like what they were showing. I don't really have much to say about it. I'm so annoyed, man. Great, so now I need to build up 999 Gimme Ghoul coins again! Fuck me, dude. Well, thanks for the Pokédex page, I guess. I don't. What am I doing, dude? I'm annoyed. You need to play these games in order? No, I have heard, in fact, the opposite. You don't need to play them in order whatsoever, actually. In fact, aren't one or two of them retellings of other games anyway? All the Nintendo Showcase games you care about are also on Steam. Good, because that was how I was feeling about the State of Play too. Dude, now I have to build up 1,000 coins and luck into the fucking Gimme Ghoul thing. Oh my god, what have I done? What hell hath I wrought? Let's see, what else about the Direct? Yeah, Paranormosite, I don't have much to say about that game. Turok Origins looks neat. I don't have too much stake in Turok, but it looks fun, I will say that. Digimon Story Time Stranger, I'm glad it's coming to the Switch because... that game I hear is nothing but amazing, so... Okay. In fact, for me personally, I might be starting up Cyber Sleuth pretty soon. I did get it when it was on sale for like, what, $5? Or whatever that was. It was like 90% off. Yeah, I scooped that shit up instantly. I can't wait to dive into it, actually. Valheim, I have nothing to say about. I mean, I think it's been shown off enough. Like, everybody knows what that game is about now. I got nothing to say about it. Let me tab back in the chat really quick. Yeah, if you find another Gimme Ghoul one, that would be appreciated. I'm not going to be live too much longer. And I don't know when I'll be live with the game again, so... If you do happen to find it in the next, like, hour or something, that'd be great. But if not, it's not a big deal. I just really, really, really hate this grind of constantly cycling hyperspace holes and not getting one you even remotely want most of the time. That shit just sucks. And, like, it wouldn't be that bad if there were only a few of them. No, that's alright. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. With the way shinies are in this game... This fucking song. With the way shinies are in this game, I prefer to just hunt anything that I want. I guess the exceptions being maybe Rotom and I guess Gimme Ghoul, because getting their zones are so freaking rare. I've gotten Rotom like 3 times since I started doing this in the past couple days. After taking a long break from it. And doing this again, yeah, I took a long break for a damn good reason. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, dude, they're just impossibly rare for some reason. I don't get it. Should have waited to get Time Stranger on Switch. I don't think... I mean, well... For the way the game is, I'm sure picking it up when you got it was perfectly fine. But, I mean... Playing it sooner or getting it sooner isn't bad. I have seen it go on sale multiple times anyway, so... Go, Dragonite, go! Okay, cool. Catch an alpha. Oh, bloody hell, I have my low tick with me. Well, I'll wait a sec. Yeah, I've had Rotom, I think 3 times total. I've had a dragon one that can spawn at least Frigibacks. Like 3, maybe 4 times. I don't think that counted. Drinking Fireball out the bottle, hell yeah. Oh, that did count, cool. I guess as long as it breaks, you do get it. I had something happen where I don't think I got it when I broke it when leaving one time. I don't know if that was a glitch or what. Monhun. I don't have anything to say about Monster Hunter Stories 3 because I haven't played it. Captain Tsubasa 2, World Fighters. Again, I have nothing to say because that's not really for me. Oh yeah, Super Bomberman Collection. Since I was talking about collections earlier, and my interest in them. Yeah, the Super Bomberman Collection I am very interested in, and I am looking forward to getting the physical, because I've seen what the presentation looks like for that game, and it looks great. No, dude. No. Oh my god. Fine, whatever. Just like playing games portable? Oh, okay, word. Well, in that case, yeah. I got nothing to say about that. Absolutely should have waited. Do you get to play games much when you're at work, Bene? I mean, considering you get to watch the stream at fucking the wee hours of the morning. I'm sure you get to. I'm jealous. This sucks. Get me out of here. Oh, did you? Nice. Yeah, I've seen how the menus and stuff look. It looks so good. Okay, here's one I do want to talk about. I'm gonna skip over Hollow Knight. The Adventures of Elliot. I'm surprised they didn't announce a second demo for Adventures of Elliot, actually, because that's what... I think they've done that for all of their other HD 2D games, so I was kind of surprised that they didn't for that one. I'm very excited for it. They have also announced that there are going to be a ton of save data bonuses, which I'm happy about, but also kind of mad about, because there's so many that, like, how the fuck could you possibly get them all? The Adventures of Elliot has had an announcement that every other HD 2D game, I think every single one has a save data bonus in Elliot. Which, there's quite a few of them. And that kind of sucks because it's like, dude, I would love to have all those save data bonuses, but there's so many. I mean, like, whatever one you think of, whatever one you name, they have it. Octopath, all of the Octopath Travelers, Dragon Quest, Harvestella, Triangle Strategy, like, every single one has a save data bonus, and while I'm sure none of them will actually be crazy, that's cool, man. Like, I love save data bonuses in games, and I just wish that I had more of these HD 2D games. Unfortunately, I am still at my crappy restaurant job, and I don't make that much. And not only that, I have to make up more hours because I tried out this most recent gig. And that didn't work out very well. I really liked Adventures of Elliot when I was streaming the demo of it. It was so fun. Genuinely just incredibly fun. I had a great time with it. That's not good. I was lucky. Played some of the demo for Stories 3. Nice. What do you think about it? What games am I missing for the Elliot save data bonuses? Almost all of them. I do have Octopath 2. I just haven't played it yet. I don't have Octopath Traveler 0 because that just came out, to be fair. Harvestella, I almost picked up when it was on... It was half off at some point. Actually, at multiple points last year. Triangle Strategy, I don't think I have. I don't have Triangle Strategy. And then the Dragon Quest games, I don't have them yet. So, like, yeah, the majority of them I just don't have, which sucks. But maybe at some point I will get them. It only sucks for me personally because I do want to stream Elliot. I'm not getting that. I do want to stream Elliot, and I do want to show off all the game has to offer. But technically speaking, I literally won't be able to do that. Unless they're like super extremely cheap. This is cool. I didn't even notice this was here. Yeah, unless I just happen to stumble upon like a big bundle of them on like eBay or something. I just won't be able to do that. Which at this point I might start looking. Something I've actually thought about doing before is doing a Discord stream of... Oh, there's nothing down here. Doing a Discord... Oh, here it is. Doing a Discord stream of, like, perusing eBay or something like that. Just to give you guys a cool idea of, like, what it's like to look for games when you're... the fucking chieftain of the poverty boys. No, dude, let me lock on. Okay, I almost didn't get that. Dude, I'm jealous, Bennett. I hardly ever get time to do anything at work other than work. I fucking hate my job so much. I hate talking about it, but dude, holy shit, do I hate my job. It's gotten to the point where I'm just hopeful that I can leave this job for another restaurant gig. That's how bad Anyway, I'm not gonna talk about it. Anyway. Those aren't shiny. What else do we have here? Oh, Arcade Archives 2 and Console Archives. Apparently I saw something that the Console Archives on Switch are better than their versions on other platforms. Like whatever that snowboarding game was that they showed it off with or started it off with. It has some re-release on PS1, and it apparently blows that release out of the water. So that's really cool to see. I stand by it again. The Arcade Archives series, and I guess Arcade Archives 2. I want to have so many of them. Like, I love arcade-style games. They're super easy to just pick up, put down, kill some time with. It's tough because they go for $8 a pop. And if you want to have a ton of them, they've only released... How many have they released? I think they've released 2 bundles under the Arcade Archives moniker. And then some other companies like Taito have put together some compilations. I think Taito has... Do they have 6? I don't know if they have 4 or 6. I think they have 6. And sometimes, if you're lucky, those will be on sale for like 30 bucks or something. Those are really, really good, and I would genuinely advocate for having them. I think that having some stuff like that to just pick up, put down in this day and age, kind of goes... It's kind of taken for granted, and I feel like a lot of people gloss over it. But like, I've seen some channels talk about, you know, like how to best play games when you're like a busy adult or when you have a schedule that doesn't really allow for free time. And honestly, arcade games are just so good for that. They are so good for just picking up, putting 15 minutes in and calling it good. Like, whether you're making progress or just to have fun, they are absolutely some of the best ways to just go about it. Unless they're intentionally poorly designed to be quarter munchers or whatever, you know. But that's different. Catch Dynamo? Actually, hold up. I can catch Dynamo. I don't even have to weaken him. Cool. I haven't played any of the Stories games. I would like to. Really good quality arcade retro port compilations are always neat. Yeah, they're amazing. I've always had a fascination with them. They have always been some of my favorite game releases, honestly. I mean, the biggest ones, of course, like harkening back to 5th, 6th? PS2, 5th or 6th gen? I think it's 5th, right? Harkening back to that stuff, though, you know, you have like the Sonic Mega Collection and Gems collections, and those are pretty notable for being really good collections. Some other stuff. There's plenty of really good collections out there. There's so many, in fact. What else do we have here? As I'm probably gonna wrap things up because I want to go hunt my shiny Brontosaurus Pokemon. This will be the last, the last one of these I do. What else do we have here? Dreamlight Valley, PGA Tour, WWE, Shadow Tactics. I don't even remember that one. Another Eden Begins. That was actually kind of cool to see. Cold Sept Begins. Speaking of beginning. It's cool to see Cold Sept still trucking along, but it's not a game I don't think I'll ever be into. I tried Cold Sept on the 3DS, and I struggle to think it's going to be a game that I could really get into. And if it is, I would need people to play it with. Like, that's just the long and short of it, is I think I need people that are already versed in Cold Sept to play the game with me, and then maybe I'll like it more or something, but... Dang, that sucks. Can you hit my goddamn monkey? Damn it. I tried to beat that out. I shouldn't have gotten away with that. Your dream Sony game is Final Fantasy VI 3D Remake? Why specifically Sony? I don't want that, by the way. I don't want them to Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VI. You know what I mean? Will I be streaming for Pokemon's 30th? Is it on the 26th? Maybe. I probably won't live stream it because that'll be hella early, but... Well, actually, I might not be, actually, because it's on a Thursday, and I had to pick up Thursdays to make up for all the time I lost. So I probably won't be streaming the Direct when it happens. Or the Pokemon Presents, rather. Excuse me, not Direct. The same thing. Cause yeah, I have to make up a lot of hours at work now. I mean, it is actually unfair how many hours I have to pick up right now. I fucking hate it. I don't know. I just don't want the no more isms in Final Fantasy VI. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need to jam pack as much as we can into a game. $56. Oh, God. Well, for once, I hope I get a donut that has the coins bonus. I'm gonna need it. Anyway, I guess I'll go ahead and evolve a... Do I have a Charcadet? Please tell me I have a Charcadet. Let's go ahead and evolve this guy. Am I grinding for a gimme ghoul? Yeah. Yeah, I am. And it's not going very well. Alright, that's my last Pokemon. I might not have had a gimme ghoul or Goldengo to complete the quest, but at least I have my complete Pokedex now. I guess I consider that a win. I don't know anymore. Remember I had to hold back the entire rest of the team from doing more than they already did? Damn, I didn't know that. At the same time, 7 has a lot of those that extra stuff already. It's actually not too far-fetched to believe that they wanted to do even more, because base 7 already had a lot of wacky, goofy side stuff to do. I haven't played 6 in a long time, but 6 was pretty straightforward. Not that it didn't have side quests or anything, but I think narratively speaking for that game, I don't think it would do very well, especially once that halfway mark, let's call it, in the game takes over. I don't think that would be good for them to do a bunch of weird random shit for. I guess I'm just running around until I'm finished covering the Nintendo Direct stuff. Let's see, what else? What else do we have here? Goat Simulator 3. Hell yeah. Scott Pilgrim EX, that's neat. I'm happy to see that the Scott Pilgrim game is doing that good. I might get it, I don't know, actually. Star Trek Voyager, cool. Reanimal? I don't even remember this game. What the hell is Reanimal? I have to put in my age? Okay, hold on a second. I don't think I remember seeing this game. Oh, wait, yeah, I do. This is the stealth game. Okay, no, this game did have my interest for a little bit. Yeah, that game actually looked kind of neat. I just want free money. Six had some goofy characters for sure. It definitely did, but as far as side content goes that isn't directly tied to like a character, that's a little bit different. It didn't have, you know, a golden saucer. It didn't have a chocobo hot and cold. It didn't have a triple triad. It didn't have Blitzball. And then the last one was, oh yeah, Tales of Arise. Cool to see Tales of Arise get put on the Switch. Was it Switch or Switch 2? Switch 2. If they really wanted to, they might have been able to have done that on Switch 1. Maybe. But, I mean, yeah. That's cool. That specific fact I did not know. I did know that it was a lot of people. Like, 6 had so many developers. But, yeah, that specific fact I didn't know. That's cool, actually. Alright, anyway, before I go, does anybody have a gimme ghoul? Man, what a hollow victory. I completed my Pokédex, but I didn't complete the quest. And for what? To start over and grind 999 coins again? To still not have a gimme ghoul zone? Anyway, that's gonna go ahead and do it for me. This was a good stream, a little under 2.5 hours. This was more than I was expecting, actually. The state of play just, it was long. It had a lot of stuff to show. The direct inversely actually didn't have that much comparatively, so yeah, cool. As for me, what I'm gonna do is I am gonna go ahead and go over here and try and get my shiny alpha Brontosaurus Pokemon. And I don't know, should I open up a beam? You guys want a hyper beam? Like, it's only 10:30. It's kind of an early point to, like, stop socializing. Do I have anything for a beam? I probably got some stuff for a beam. Y'all want a hyper beam? I'll open up hyper beam, fuck it. Won't be on too much longer. I get that. I hope you enjoy your party, Bella. Oh god, I have to log into the beam. Fucking... Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, for the beam. Posted in YouTube. Posted in Twitch. Alright, yeah, so that's gonna go ahead and do it for me for now. Thank you guys for watching. I will probably have a stream tomorrow. At some point, but Saturday I pretty likely won't. Saturday is Valentine's Day, but it's also a friend's birthday, so they're hosting a little bit of a get-together, so I'm gonna try and hang out with them for a little bit. And we'll see how far that goes. I'm not really sure. And then Sunday we'll see. I think Sunday's pretty open, but I don't know. Anyways, you guys take care. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hang out for a bit in the beam if you like. If not, that's cool. And yeah, deuces.